OKFM 101.7.
On the line, I am Director of Legal Affairs, NDC. What's also a private legal practitioner. Or Yamranimni, which Yamra Timra Camra, Kotucha, Jim Crawford Crow Court. Lawyer Eduji Tamakloe. Lawyer Martin. Na lawyer Bokodie.
What the other Roman Bachelor, what to say?
Oh, Namia Dumuntia, Pomudia, ye papa na Akadiaka.
Akade.
Akadiaka.
Be bold, Naka. If you are not obedient, one of prayer, we are say alert naba. Boom.
Now, lawyer, then your woman.
7 years. Why wouldn't you say, me, dear baby? Okay, it's also true. You never know. I say, baby, public me fi Nazareth aba.
Quotation come de be ma wa no.
I don't know.
Ya bon komo bi pen won.
Okay.
Na enkomo na ya boy no. Oka ensem ba ku mienu bi a. Na kire Manase Azuri. Manase enso aka bi. Entina mi bi say lawyer do Tamakloe say de uyi lawyer to nche no you say we sua economics and so to nche here. What are you do for na for Manase
Odi for the Satana ono ye di for. Ye de ya koye we keke.
Na honhom so wo mu ya honhom pantisan kemeka te bia o ye necromancy.
Amen.
And I should say Manase to have is said to have been quoted say if Akufo Addo had died without becoming president, I would have respected him more than I do now. His place in history would have been more significant than it is as president. We would have seen him as a visionary leader who could have transformed Ghana. But unfortunately, that opportunity was lost. Akufo Addo's legacy would have been greater without the presidency. Manase. Lawyer Mekai. Ya bon komo
say we me amaka or platform is.
Now, they know who ya ma keka we nti.
You see, one who say in politics, your idea a friend of branding. But what I say, in politics, your idea a friend of branding. Before Nanado Danko Akufo Addo, Sebiu Obabeye Mampenino. The handless a branding. What branding is a one or a no nonsense person. 2. Or you be a or be fighting etia kitashe. 3. Say or your human rights or be a or promoting human rights or be cool ama human rights. Mekai some of the adverts in the year 2008. We share adverts now. Nanado Danko Akufo Addo or UN General Assembly. Nanado Danko Akufo Addo all kasa. Say, oh yeah, why you say, oh person yesika, bembama beum. Go to the private sector. That is where you can make money. Utilitna simpieso. Ghana ya mobododo. Ghana ya mobokuradodo. Ghana yu nyamai. Amamu boninti eni ebre. Amamu boninti ekomdie. Ena wakasa nyuma yina ni hype men. A branding no in a particular way. Sebi. Akufo Addo in 2008. Akufo Addo before becoming president. Now compare Akufo Addo today. The difference is like night and day. Minya, sebi. Menka se minjo. A branch a friend Gregory Afoko. Unimuno.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Our prison custody.
Almost 8 years now. Almost 8 years now. In fact, the only reason why sebi Afoko esa wo ye Ghana prison up to now is because Nana Addo is angry with the brother Paul Afoko. Nothing else, nothing more.
Hey.
That is it. The only reason Entia Gregory Afoko was our prison. I want me to bill cry now. I'm no can say. It's simply because Akufo Addo has decided that he will not forgive his brother Paul Afoko. Nothing more.
Lawyer, say your assumption, right?
Abi, it's not assumption. Really, it's not assumption. Debbie, this has gone beyond assumption. Nana cannot forgive his brother Paul Afoko. Now, Sebio, why ya brando say we a human rights so and so no. Sebio Nana is he proud of his human rights record too? Yet your mamuha. And Kano, Nana be attorney general, it's in you. And now, ready war your Criminal Offences Act, your friend the Criminal Libel and Sedition Law. In Omoko Parliament say, Yen repeal it, shall we? Oh, now, why near Bwajin and Adusu? Hey, the promoter of free speech, promoter of, here he cometh the man, cometh the hour. This is the man who is coming to promote free speech. Sebe, Nana Beye man penny. Na bresona ye bo amet swale tuyo ekumuno. So okay.
Ewa Medina Hono.
Medina Hono. Up to now, we are still trying to find out who the killers of Ahmed Swale are. Remember, say, the Ahmed Swale matter happened after a particular documentary. Number 3 expose. Say number 12 or say 3 expose. So okay. And so why? Manasseh ya watcho sabu kuyikra. Wohwe the work a Manasseh eye ya ni nyina aboa Akufo Addo ma ne beye mampeni. Just when a Manasseh started a particular expose about the militia in the Castle Otu, okay. It became so bad, say, Manasseh had to be whisked away from this country by West African Media Foundation, Professor Kakarinum, to South Africa. Is that the Akufo Addo that we were told in opposition? What did he say? Na bresu bibi sakra besi ana. Iti Nana, upeke one index upon the index. And you always say, Oman Penibia, you are associated with the values you promote. The values you promote. Oh, you are a tolerant leader. Oh, you are empathetic. You are somebody who respects human rights. Who fight against corruption. Who with your guitar, she said, you won't pay crazy a baby. Look, you. Akufo Addo beye mampini. From Osasifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Preso, ebesine, yenya omampini a oye nepotistic Akufo Addo.
Hey.
Look, da. Adia ye friend with nepotism. Akufo Addo is next to nepotism. Meanwhile, in opposition.
Lawyer Dentina or arrival at that description.
One would say, it is not out of place. So when your man Penibia, Sebio, one or two of the family members, a bit me on our bed. It's not out of place. But in the case of Akufo Addo, or the Nabusian phone, the baby mine, or the Nabusian phone, in the look. So sometimes I sit down and I say, Sebio, Ubi ye Akufo Addo ana.
But that lawyer Obi bag you say, although my family members now, they are chosen on merit, they qualify.
No, but you see, your predecessor, who accuse you, you accuse your predecessor and promise that I will do better. At the time when you are accusing your predecessor, now the Busiania won the government, Joyce Bauer, and who said him John Mahama, Nipabia, Ninia, and then the Busiani, Anna or Nabima, what they can say. And then said, Ofa, another damn Akufo Addo, nothing. Now, Ofa, the man near Busia 4. Now, we share the number and one of them. Still at the presidency, Mwakeke. Bubruja. Why? Body men are guys. And you see the challenge with nepotism and chronism, and then say, I come back to one because I was busy be a yard pia. Look to me and Kazan Jen said, the way and then look, maybe I may send you audio be no apple. We need MPP MP for Subin. Who know? Your friend is Eugene. Eugene, Ayobia, Mimi ni Paso Odo MPP. Menenit me call Metro TV. The way obe defend Akufo Addo apan. No joke. And when I see interview bia only one journalist, a friend of Packer, or Oyepa, it can be very profound. Look, yes, finance minister, our become Ken Oforiatta. Or say, even cabinet crack Ken Oforiatta on call.
Hey.
Yes. Maybe I'm not sending a video. Journalists no code couldn't say it was through Eugene interview no meeting who I didn't see another as majority leader. It was through the interview.
Honorable say it's a kind of so.
What I mean now, also Obi de could din who concern Anado say. Majority MPP MPs na no more per se. Yinyi Ken Oforiatta, okayfm 94 MPs bino.
Yeah.
And the appear could be a deal menim kind. So okay.
President Ka said Yenchena or Monsili IMF do new and
or say Obi could di Jemensa Bozuhun concert Nanado say the person behind that group Jemensa Bozu. And who tying Akufo Addo Eddie no? Or can he now interview? Mr. Mivia Messenia amount. Now, what there should be to say Jemensa Bozu. Someone or their some MPP. From 1996, Ojai, the spare parts Juma no yewo Swami magazine. Obeye MP, Mas Swami for from 96 because 92 MPP for boycott here. 96 are Obe Mui, Odemusa up to now. Me can try is almost 30 years and 28 years. Some or there are some MPP. Konkonsa Akufo Addo wanjina bibi so kra konkonsa. Oboni pana ukodi sa konkonsa na kire na nadu no so eto audio no so. Na sebio. O mampeni a ode konkonsa edibu my dear. Sebio. Ojemwa. Now, when we say there's a dangerous thing with nepotism and chronism, and that may be actual. When you are here and the economy, I say, when the principal reason the economy, I say, when you are here, borrowing. So, Yakubu Eurobond and 13 billion. Obeka say, 30 billion. Yes. 11 billion euro bond, 2 billion from Franklin Templeton. What they come one, 13 billion. Now, we have the interesting thing. In fact, it is in Manasseh's book as well. Or say, I'm not a finance minister, a borrow says, no. Now, on one company, Kenya commission. Ama, you can say, from your bonds now, you to talk, that's in bond, Esla PLC bond, Deben bond. Yejin na can oforianta enya profit if you friend a commission. Manasseh Kwade or the commission to $9.5 million. And in this can oforianta anya via bond. Now look at the situation where you, the president, wawunya, chucho mucho, what an I finance minister. Finance minister now what an I no. Okobobosia on behalf of the Republic. Now, of course, boss Abosiano. On any company, I have any data bank no, in the 24. Say, borrow this amount. You can borrow more, you can borrow less on this interest rate. On any company, and I need 24. Now, on only year, no, I said decided, say, oh, okay, data bank. Mona and the mobile, I mean, me call raise this amount of money. I will give you a commission of say maybe 0.5% of the amount. I'll do that for you. Yes. And no, the most dangerous aspect of nepotism. When you say because of the borrowing, now and then eventually taking you into the IMF. Because we got to the point where a president, a family member, it reset the economy of an entire country. Nana, just one president, now decisions are what taken, actuated by personal gain, self-preservation, greed. Ononkwa. Nti no sebio oman na akofom no ono na busiafo ayeye enne oman na akofom Ghana fo nyina etwa they are going through pain and suffering at the time timamufo nyina ebre no the Akufo Addo family has become richer. Omomu more rich, so Ghana is poor, Akufo Addo is rich. Sebio before omeba be mo okaya na sebi na bosia no mo koji wo Prudential Bank so kai sa bosia no sa 2 million na omkoji fi Prudential Bank. That was how the state of their finances were. But in there you can say Akufo Addo unya bosia biu sebi until we the family ehu poverty bill because Emrana Ghana are heavily indebted. Now, with them, they the painful part. Before Akufo Addo Babe Mampeni, now Ghana, your public debt is 122 billion. The latest numbers are Finance Minister and Kasadi Bank of Ghana, Edia Tuja. It's just it. Your public debt MOV, TNU, from 122 billion to 742 billion. From 122 in Kroma Breso within the space of 7 years, 7 months. You're moving a public debt from 122 to 742 billion. Now, who translate here, and this is where it becomes even horrifying. Before Nanado Danko Akufo Addo Bible Mampedi, I only Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, or the year chairman of the economic management team. No. Sebi. Na Ghana ni bia car no de like 4,000 Ghana cedis. And now you can say Ghana ni bia de car 24,000 Ghana cedis. It is also for a minute within command of pay. What de car 24,000. Isaac will producer at the car 24,000. Kwabna Mafo at the car 24,000. Me a me no ka say me so me de ka 24,000 nti na me dwunche na nke be ya ye nyina ye starting tua ye 24,000 na e ka na ye de no ye nkote so why eni di na o kan ya manase book no e kan say na nka na na do abaye mampani a sebi o na nka obi akra hu se sa na ote nti dachi bi no mo fra ka so mo say oh there was this statesman who came to Ghana. He was MP for Ebuakwa South. He was also a former Minister of Justice. He became Foreign Affairs Minister. He's a man who stood for human rights. He was a man who stood for so and so. He was a man who stood for this. He was a man who stood for this. Sebi. And then, can you say the same thing? So I strongly believe that the conclusions are Nancy, in fact, and then the heading for the book, no, and then the heading for the book. Oh, share thoroughly. Not the upper change in an say, sebi. Nankananado, Ambaye Mampenia. Nanki Yebeka say, only the best president. And then the Afro Barometer report, Efa Ghana, about country. Now, all kind the Afro Barometer findings now, or say, the Mampini, under his watch as the president of Ghana, Omu could be said to be for say, Omano, direction a year kono, a direction pa report which they say, overwhelming, over nipa 10, almost 9, believe that the country is moving in the wrong direction. Also for, imagine say, Nyankopon and you say, Bedi and Krofo be enim. With the view say, Odiomu efi Mizrim. Tiniyo, Odiomu fi Mizrim. Ediako, Boshe Asasenos. Na said you wa, yedi, ajidi for the Ashawansa. Say, Faomu fi Mizrim. Eko Boshe Asasenos. Said you, Udu ya, also, ye come back to Mizrim. Na Nyankopon ejuma na o de ahye won sa no we di so ana simple Afro Barometer report, the latest report, but your computer that we need hello also for
lawyer bida
but your Google latest Afro Barometer report on Ghana. I mean sisi ameso sa obi a otie me no on ka say oh no so for ama eduji kwan a sebio on the open worker that be me pese obi agun say evidence ni Afro Barometer report on Ghana.
9 in 10 Ghanaians believe the country is going in the wrong direction.
No. Sebio, but so the one kind of eduji na the writer. But so I mean I'm sure. Or say 9 out of 10 Ghanaians believe the country is moving in the wrong direction.
Representing 87% of Ghana.
Abba. Bonne ben a Ghana for
Now, Afro Barometer, and so Eka, me abom kakra the decreasing rate of democracy no. Hey.
Now, when say, what kind of Afrobarometer report? Now, not the ever saying in Anna said, TNU and for confidence in democracy, Akufo.
Hey. Yasum Jeff him no.
No, maybe these are serious things. One away man penny now, so my predecessor on Yadi, into Monto Mame, not the no no my best son, met transform Ghana. Now, what kind of Afrobarometer report now? Osaka say, agencies are humanity say, promoting accountability and others, no, under the watch of Akufo Addo, above from. Under the watch, look, for the first time, Yanya Supreme Court to declare the present removal of Domlebo to be unconstitutional. Said you, Jomahama on your lawyer, Anna. Akufo Addo na lawyer, Anna. Now, lawyer near oye unconstitutional, dear. The Cassin. My Jomahama crying bina court men can say the wire no, a young constitutional. And look at the because on your lawyer, Anna. No, your lawyer knew. Who executive secretary say a lawyer knew. They say, or the ambassador be here too. Huh? We the two lawyers in the war on the moon. Which may dear Supreme Court it make us a unconstitutional. Sebu Manansi say, Nankanana Abe Mampenia. Sebi. Ophelia Sia. One day, Chimaba because you Sapa Pekra de Nanka. Onya Mrebe Mampenia, you would have been the best president. And that would.
But lawyer, it's what could do in America, regardless of their well enumerating no. A binua a yes successor, what Choke doing his term as president.
To
Oh, so me say, yeah, compare and contrast.
Oh, that be say no, say one who say I see debate. You are for or against the motion. Into no also why dear. Into why day. Now yeah interrogation.
Ona me be so. Say, do you na nenye?
Then near dear why yeah papa what dear cherry.
And the Yanji lawyer do you Tamakloe this say Nana Adudanko Akufo Addo be president when you be papa bi ada.
Adia all kind yes is here Afrobarometer when now all kind Oman can say yet to Ghana for 10 edu emu 9 baako mmienu mmiɛnsa ɛnan enum saa de kɔ pie 9 out of 10 ɛsɛ ɔmampanin Nana Adudanko Akufo Addo amamu a wabebu ɔman no ɛsɛ sɛ ɔman no bɛkɔ n'anim no ɔman no akɔ n'akyi okay lumba ne ndwom na ɔtoma Nana is a winner no win so
ya bema DJs na rere
or say we are moving forward so that
yeah
we are moving forward yes Nana lumba I cannot and then Afrobarometer no or say is Ghana moving forward
that
Nana, this I do have no voice I call loser.
Oh, Davi.
Nana. Why, Nana do you are down for now?
Oh, yeah, my mampini.
That you do, Hannah. I hasn't you when you are Afrobarometer report. Nana, and you were, when we say, oh, dear, umpire up on another. Look, now, maybe every yakran and they say, look at the situation where also penny, also ben panel, a pair anointing oil, a they share horn, symbolic of biblical times, pure anointing oil. Na yedi ni na dia mana na yasam anointing oil. Na hwe performance. Yes ana no ama asofo peni kura na o ma bom pa ya ma no o mo say sifo. Minya hwe oyeni. Hawa enwo omamu. Minya sebio mesre kan. Me bisre bisa wo. Uwe busiani bi ya oto diabetes edroma no. Bacho uwe bibisa.
The Bajo Davy.
Uwe busiani bi ya oto BP edroma no. Uwe bibisa.
Dabio.
Look, ye are, Mr. Wo, any deal, ye are. Be a phone line. Not yet Ghana phone, they should call into your program on condition of anonymity to avoid victimization. Now, Obidia, it does all your dialysis. It does all to BP true. It does auto diabetes true. Maybe some say, what has been the cost of treating this ailment? Above for now, when my dear here, most of these drugs are brought from outside. Now, have we a situation where Nana Tamakloe Akufo Addo any device, I friend the Dr. Mahmoud Bamia, and Onuna Oya Frankatuni Emma MPP form. Oma taking an exchange rate from 4 cities to 16 cities. Minya, if you are banning sana, pharmaceutical companies now ya offer this BP, diabetes in grow, edifia manoni airbano, the exchange rate directly affects them. Intinu sebio, let's sell a medium. Take good care of your health. I beg you in the name of God, take good care of your health. Because you see, diabetes a grow, BP a grow. Living up for a cost never seen before. Sebi your man penny, no one fan her. Ye no kwa bruche, na buying as an yare. Okay, no long ago, can overreact an home fan no. Ye no kwa bruche manoko nya yarisa. Mekai around 2019, no, so Vice President Dr. Bamiana and home fan, ye no kwa bruche. But said you timemuni no. Oye ne juma kakra. Said you obi or a taxi driver or driving taxi kakra in audition of business of work. And can't it now the whole gallon of petrol, 16 cities no. Or qua with million sales no habitual be amane car owner. No nankasa aye savings kakra or the 10 cities at Tunchen. But soon we do not cry like 300 Ghana. Now or the checking the how far. So onya sasabroa fiba denya obenyesika no de ato abombelet kode no de koneni ya du empempenso a ene menu wo kase under Akufo Addo embalmer's watch. One, fuel is over 60 Ghana cedi per gallon. Sales are also on making my car owner won't you hear the pressure at their petrol so. Because car now all can you know no again say may de anya sales, may de anya sika, a dash me so, a dash me muscle. A danny a changing into the pressure at their brain. Sika no the top pressure grew, crowd the normal stabilizing and also. Because you manage exchange rate means no, and also I then as a cost. Until nipa baako ni how people. Nana, boni ben pa na Ghana for aye Akufo. Sometimes I have a feeling say Akufo Addo aye say obe punish Ghana for say yama na meye mampini earlier. So that so Oshe the oye na is punishing Ghanaians. Na namuntu bia wutu na is to punish Ghanaians. So they think mama meye mampini earlier. Because said the new money be woman here. Nana, maybe you know. Look at the situation where telling you. Or mampini I saw a quackoton for the ambulance edeba or ma'am. Or if you're gonna fool na the obey me and supply ambulance. Only one or the contract no man. So the mammy I friend how I come say. Now our ministry now a friend special initiative. No money office. It's only maybe I know more operating from the office of the president. How I could see, Sani ministry. I know more than 800,000 Ghana cedis a website Ghana for sure. Now, only one constituency per ambulance there. Now, you the contract now command company now your friend ELOC consult and services. Now, you are called the director of the company. Apparently, be a friend Stephen Okoro. Ya hwehwɛ mu a na yakunu sɛ saa branche yi a yɛfrɛ no Stephen Okoro na kyerɛ ne yo na nado danko Akufo Addo ne yɛmu ba a yɛfrɛ no Jankroma ɔne saa branche yi awo ba baako ɔno na Akufo Addo ehu yɛ sɛ ɔde Ghana yɛ ambulance contract no ɛde bɛma no
Lawyer.
Bra, answer how, Mr. Answer how. Lay aside now or say ambulance will be near repairs. So no repairs. Say you can't go the Obeko workshop. And near Sako signing another contract with the company. You share company director. You and Grofo Omudi in that company director. Onipa ya share na ni din de Stephen Okoro. The other one no the Solomon Okereke. Ni enim say Solomon Okereke no. The other name is Solomon Okereke Okoro. Meaning say Stephen, the biological brother. It's not acquire as a corner for. So the as a corner for.
Yeah, lawyer minimum.
As a corner for. Now Akufo Addo. After the ambulance spare parts contract maintenance. Esa the ama obevena asewana. Nana asewo aso kono for. Hey, everybody, Bejian, everybody, with your Bejian, because a no matter what Nasi Jama, Unchasieta, Bonnie Ben Krana Ghana Fire, Bonnie Ben Pa, and I Ghana for. Yeah. Inti Sabio, the Manasseh actually book more canasa, provide step by step evidence. Actually say, Sebi, Senankana na me mampinia. Echiri ma beba betna. One say ya debia ye can ever JB Dankwa ono. Also JB Dankwa would have been the greatest, leader if the election he went through in the 1950s and others, if he had won, he would have been the doyen of Ghanaian politics. He would have been this, he would have been that, he would have been that. That is what. But you see, Ghana former Akufo Addo the opportunity, and he destroyed the opportunity together with his vice, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And even the year came in and they say, Sebi. Ghana Funina and sorry, Waka. Na yenka say, enough is enough. Sebi me ye, but me who President Kupama mu, or NPP me. But this Akufo Addo Bawumia mu ye. Dabi.
Lawyer.
I know one man may real.
Oh, and a cafra. Face tower and a handkerchief been for people in whatever man said that. Now, what pound is not? I am one
especially diabetes and BP. No.
Not 1 pound or so a Japa book you buy your own town when I'm said, my lawyer Dingum, Intina, lawyer Alai Losano.
That is a Japano, Mr. with a mistake. I did be a Japa book.
Until noon say, me pass in your bread pie, say, no,
you say you're Benyamre, but the name park can say a Japa book. No, what kind of portion on Kenya Japan? Oh, me sorry. National kind of portion on Kenya. That kind of portion how they intend to take over the financial sector of the economy. That book is a diabolical book. And yeah, crack. Send you put me past the pie, drink this honey, be your mind. And yeah.
Lawyer, a from Como.
Mate. That's a pan. That's it.
No, come about pounds in Madusia, 16 minutes after 9. I did be alive on OK 101.7 FM. Senior lawyer Eduji Tamakloe, Director Legal Affairs NDC.
OKFM 101.7.